I got these headphones that I have on now for like $80, and the mute button on the board doesn't work. That's the only thing that doesn't work, and it's fine.
Well, Kylie, let me just say hello, everyone, and welcome to Conversations with Cretins. Today, my guest of honor, the maid, the myth, the legend, today is somebody who I have known throughout high school, and she has quite the interesting history in terms of medical conditions. And so, my
Yeah.
first question is describe some of the conditions that you have. Explain to the audience what exactly you live with on the day to day.
So I have pretty much it all started from Lyme's disease. Um, Lyme's disease, it just kind of branches. That everyone knows the disease you get from getting bit by a tick, and
Okay.
pretty much there's it can be curable, but sometimes I got screwed over. Um, and then I've had it since I was 3 years old.
All right.
And everything that I've developed has kind of just branched down from it. However, some things during this whole pandemic have actually been fixed, and I've also developed a like another issue. But other than that, it's good.
Sweet. So, what kind of issues do you have? Because you have Lyme's disease, at the very
Yeah.
least, right?
So I have Patellofemoral Syndrome in both my knees, which is a condition to where your patellas, which is your kneecap bone, are misplaced and they constantly move around and constantly cause like it's almost like a cramping pain. It's like a constant cramp in my knees
Okay.
and kind of painful, but it's just something I needed to learn to live with because basically the my doctor was talking about it with me. The only way to even like try and lessen the effects was to do full knee replacement surgery in both my knees,
All right.
and even that I just learned um does not fully get rid of it.
Right.
So I just chose to just go with the pain. That'll be fine.
Oh, of
I'd
course.
rather deal with that
Then,
than having to do several knee replacements.
just the loss of a leg. You don't need it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. I don't need these legs. I'll just be a snake. I did have um, neuropathy for a little bit in my hand, but that actually like 40% gone now.
All right.
So I
What
can
is
actually
that?
kind of feel my hands. It's basically neuropathy gets rid of um, any sort of feeling that can happen in your whole body. It's most common in like hands or feet. And it's basically you just constantly feel pins and needles, and you can't feel pain, you can't feel temperature, you can't really feel texture or pressure or anything. So I could put my hand on a hot stove and it wouldn't do anything. Um, so that is actually I can kind of feel now, kind of
Okay, so you're
like
regaining your
I can
senses.
actually yeah. It's actually it was really weird at first to actually feel like temperature and stuff
And not have a
to feel
superpower.
texture and not have yeah, to not be able to actually just wail on somebody and not feel any. Um, so there's that. I also have some digestive problems. I have some respiratory issues. Uh, that's yeah. That's I think that's pretty much the gist of it.
Okay. So, how exactly.
I don't have the fibromyalgia anymore. That was long gone.
I know you
Or
also
at least
have, like, a minor form of albinism.
yes, I do.
Is that related to
But
the Lyme's
that
disease?
no, that's just either genetic or just a mutation that I developed
Okay.
while I was little. But that doesn't do anything to my health other than my vision,
All
which is
right.
why I need to wear glasses.
Fair enough. Uh, So, with that in mind, how do you live with it? Like, it's obvious that you're not like the most well off physically. You can't do a lot of stuff that I can do. Uh, you have the constant knee cramps. You, for the longest time, couldn't really feel. How
Yeah.
did you How did you cope with that? What was the idea behind it?
Uh, well, for a while, it really does affect you. Not only physically but mentally. It kind of for a very long time. It kind of just made me feel. I don't want to say depressed, but it just like that feeling almost where you can't do a lot of the stuff you love. Like, I had to change career paths because of it, and it was hard because I was seeing everybody else doing it, and it almost makes you mad in a way because you're like, I could be doing that. Why me? Almost, it's like that constant question, why me?
Right.
Um, but eventually, I kind of just it took a while. It took a very long time, but um, it kind of just made me think. There are other things I can do. Yes, this affects my life. Yes, this is something I need to constantly live with. But even then, it's just like, you know, this is who I am, and I just kind of need to accept that. And then if I just surrounded myself with people who were positive and
Then
usually,
your outlook on life would be positive.
yeah, then the outlook on life. It's better to be around people who are at least positive and not extremely negative, which I have unfortunately exposed myself to people that were really negative, and that really kind of messes you up a little bit. But I just separated myself from those people, and I do not talk to them anymore.
Okay.
And I've been better since. So, ouch. Oh no. I had no interruptions in the middle of it.
Man,
What do you need?
you're getting bamboozled. You're getting got. Skiddly doo
I
dah.
am. I don't even. I don't even know what he just said. Hold up.
We apologize for this interruption.
5 minutes later.
Sorry about that. I have no idea what he said, and he didn't even bother to respond to me. So.
You got outplayed.
Oh.
You just got. Skiddly doo dah.
He just straight up went, "Screw your podcast."
What a polite individual.
Oh, my brother actually just came home after being gone for a week.
Okay, good for him. Kill him. Throw him off a cliff. So, how do you think that, like, you mentioned a little bit that it makes you feel bad because you don't have the same ability as the average Joe does.
Yeah.
How else does that make you feel? Like, obviously you feel a pit of despair, but well, is that it? Do you only feel despair? Is there hope? Is there like a sense of accomplishment when you do something that somebody else does? Because like
just not being able to do stuff that other people do.
no, not quite. So like, let's say that you worked really hard and you were able to, I don't know, you just did something that other people just couldn't do. Or not quite. You did something that everybody could do, but it was harder for you because of your conditions.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel better for that, or does it not matter?
Um, I mean, I didn't. it kind of makes things for me. Like it makes it a little bit harder to try and complete something that might take somebody else like very little time to do.
Okay.
But it kind of made me feel like, I did this. It's something I accomplished, even though it was a little bit more difficult for me than somebody else. So it kind of made me feel okay. I never really, I guess it's kind of just like going over like a speed bump
Okay.
almost, but like in a crappy like old rundown car.
Right.
But it never made me feel bad in a way or made me feel upset about myself. It kind of was just to me it was a challenge, and um, I would prefer a challenge than something easy because it's character development.
Right. And like, Goku didn't become the Super Saiyan by taking the easy path, you know?
I know. Yeah.
Goku's the best. If you think about it, I'm basically as strong as
Very
Goku.
much so.
So, I remember you telling me once that you don't have that long of a life expectancy.
It's changed around quite a bit,
Okay.
but now it's not as bad as it was anymore,
So,
which is nice. It's still around to like 50 or 60, but
all right, because
it's not bad.
I remember you telling me once that it was 30. That like,
It used to be. When it was really, really bad.
so at the age
It
of
used to be,
15,
like until then.
were you just having a midlife crisis then?
Yeah, I was kind of just like, now what am I gonna do? Yeah.
Right, you got enough time to like get your driver's license and then die, pretty much.
I got enough time to like learn how to drive and get my first job, and then that's it.
Yeah, like,
Like, that's fine. Maybe get through a little bit of college.
yeah, get some student debt racked up for your family to pay off.
Just leave them with that. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fun. All right, so I'm glad to hear that you've become either more healthy or you've gotten better doctors.
Oh, I have the same one.
Okay, so you've gotten more healthy, or just the
Yeah.
the
Pretty
ability to discern what's going on has changed over time.
It's improved. It's improved
That's good.
quite a bit.
It's very good. I'm also glad to hear that you can feel again, like physically.
Yeah. It was at first it was kind of because you're like feeling things that you haven't felt in a very long time again, and it's like, oh, that's hot, or oh, that's cold, or oh, this feels weird or something.
Right.
But and now it's like I was like touching a bunch of stuff. I was like, what does this feel? Do I remember? But,
What does this feel like? Touches a cactus.
It's like cactus. Put my hand on top of. But no, it's great.
Okay. So then,
Feels a lot better.
when you were under the impression that you were going to die in like 2 years, what was on the bucket list? Did you even have one?
I didn't even have one. I don't even know. Like, I didn't register it as fully as I probably should have. It was just like, oh, till 30. Okay.
Well, like, most people get
Go with it.
confronted. Most people, when they get confronted with their own mortality, it's like, huh, I'm gonna die
Do
in how
everything
long?
that you possibly can.
Well, it's not even that. I'm talking like, I'm gonna die at like 70 years old. I'm 20. I'm like 19 right now. I don't give a fuck when I'm gonna die of old age. Because why would I? I'm not there yet. But when you're getting there, when you're like 65,
Yeah.
when you're like 65, I can only imagine that like you're like scared. I'm almost done. I feel my health declining. I feel less healthy. I don't feel good anymore. And
Yeah, I mean, it would make somebody scared. I can understand that, but I don't. I just didn't. I didn't register it fully. I mean, at first it was like, oh, okay, and then it kind of just set in. I'm like, oh, 30. Then it was like, oh, uh-oh, like. But I never I don't really remember feeling like drastic about it or anything.
okay, just kind of something that you had to accept and move on.
I'm also very slow. So I think even like telling that to me just kind of it took me a bit.
Well, I can't imagine anybody would be like, "Oh man, I'm dying at like 30. I better go do
Yeah.
everything."
I better go do everything.
Oh yo, my headphones got the static again. Sweet.
Oh yay. Love the dollar store headphones.
I don't even know where I got these. I don't even think I got them. I think they just showed up
The
in my
fact
room.
that you don't know, the fact that you don't know where you got them.
Really just says everything I need to know about where I got them.
Like, oh no, this like Russian dude gave me them off the street. Never got his name.
Yeah, some homeless guy. He was really a homie.
Let me hear you want these headphones.
Hey man, it's actually like a copy or a creepy pasta. Don't put on these headphones no matter what.
What is it? Is it like an SCP?
Honestly, yo,
Your headphones
SCPs are
an
like
SCP?
they're the modern day creepy pasta. I'm glad they
Yeah,
came.
because like, SCPs came back, but creepypasta didn't.
Well, that's because the creepy pastas are just the SCPs.
I mean, yeah, but it depends on like, because there's the one side, so there's like the fandom one, and then there's the SCP.
Oh, the official one. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
What most people would consider the better one.
right. Obviously the fandom one. I want to hear about Ben Drowned and Slenderman.
I don't have any hate to that because I went through that phase and I can't talk.
I never did, so I can. Idiot. No, actually,
Yeah,
so have you ever
totally.
played the game Dead by Daylight?
I have not, but I've seen a bunch of stuff for it, and I usually watch like all the killers introduction stuff, and I watched some playthroughs, but I have yet to play it, and I kind of want to play it mainly because it just looks like it. I would just like mess around since
Well,
I wouldn't really know what I was doing at first.
naturally. I have also not played it, and I don't think I ever will. But I just think that it would be kind of funny if Slenderman got put in the game. I
If
don't
they
know.
put him in the game,
Yeah, if they just put like Freddy Fazbear, like just start making it stupid.
I'm like waiting to see if they put. Have you seen what is it? The movie My Bloody Valentine. I think that's the name of it.
Never heard of it.
Okay. So there's a movie called that. There was the original and then there was the remake of it. When the remake wasn't even that bad actually. It went along some very similar to how the first one went. And so there's a killer and his name is Harry Warden.
Okay.
Basically, there was like a whole. I'm trying to like remember it all. There was like a whole collapse in a mine. He was a miner. And by minor I don't mean like
Under the
a
age of
kid, like
18.
minor, like no, like just like you pickaxe and stuff. So he basically hangs around in this mine, and I think because the mine collapse happened on Valentine's Day. I could be saying this totally wrong, but I think it happened on Valentine's Day. So then he goes out and he just kills people and stuff, and then he sends people in like the heart boxes that normally you'd send like you put like chocolates in. He put like a human heart in there and just give it to somebody or like have it. There's a scene where he sent one to the police station, and I think it was like the sheriff or something opened it and there's a heart in there. Um, he'll leave messages with like somebody's dead body and put it in their use their blood or something. But I'm curious to see if they're gonna end up putting him because he's not in the game yet, and he's the movies. I don't want to say it's not really known, but at the same time, it's not something that a lot of people have watched. But I'm kind of curious to see if he would be a possible character to get put into Dead by Daylight as a killer, which I think would be cool. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. I'll tell you. I only had like those 5 questions. So like now it's off the cuff. Now it's freestyle.
Now it's just off the top of the head.
Yeah, so like that those questions were like 20 minutes worth. 15 minutes worth.
Alright,
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. So, have you what do you think about this game? Have you actually seen it?
I think I've actually seen this before.
Okay.
I don't know where I've seen it, but I think I've seen it.
Well, this game is called Totally Accurate Battle Simulator.
It almost, I think, I feel like the creator of this game made something.
Oh, he was you've probably seen it from way back in the day, because this game's been around for a while. It just hasn't been like the full version came out recently, like this year. But the game itself is like the concept has been around since I don't know 2016, 2015. So it's possible you saw it from there. This is my custom character named Split. I'm actually not going to show him off. He crashes the game almost immediately. You can make custom characters.
What game is it called? That looks so familiar. I feel like this creator might have made it, but it could be wrong. It's like
Totally Accurate Battleground.
Because the freaking character style looks so similar.
Totally Accurate Battleground.
Is that the only one he's made?
It's that one and this one. The other one is a Fortnite. It's like a battle royale game.
Oh, because there's a game that has like a similar style to how the like the maps and the characters are, except it's like a zoo game where you straight up it's such an old game. You pick like a zoo animal, and it's straight up like straight up like a PvP game where you can play as a zookeeper. I think as an animal, as animals, it's your goal to like you have to like kill everyone to win or something. I gotta.
I have literally never heard of this.
Figure out the name of this because it's gonna bother me. Like, I have to figure it out. It's such a funny game, and I've only because back in the day, I used to watch like because I don't watch them anymore. I used to watch like Vanos and all them. They were playing it, and I can't remember what it was called. Hang on. Zoo Tycoon. I think that's what it was called. Hang on, wait. Or is it? No, I gotta figure it out.
I have never heard of this.
It's such a funny game. Hold up. Maybe I'll find it here. But it's just straight up a game where you can pick an animal that's in the zoo, and you have to first break out of your enclosure, and then you can like find everybody else, and it has like straight up if you hit somebody, like their limb can come off or something.
Okay.
And you have to basically detach the head.
All right.
What's it called? Is it what it is? It's Suicide. That's what it's called.
Suicide.
Suicide. It's such an old game. I don't.
I'm just gonna go like 50 versus 50. Who do you think's gonna win, red or blue?
I'm gonna go with blue.
Okay. So this kind of reminds me of like the Clay Soldiers mod from Minecraft. You were right. Like the game itself. You ever see? Actually, were you like a Minecraft kid?
Yeah.
That's what this game reminds me of. The Clay Soldiers mod from Minecraft. And
I don't know that mod.
oh, it was just like tiny like men that you gave sticks and flint to, and they would fight for your amusement.
Oh. Wait, have you seen that Minecraft mod where if you hit something, it comes alive?
I have not.
Like, it's basically a mod to where oh my god. Why when I say no interruptions, I get interrupted? Okay, anyway, as I was saying, bro, straight up, I can't remember who did the mod or the guy who was doing the video of it, but hit a tree, and he had his friend with him. He hit a tree, and the tree came alive, and it has an axe, and they would chase them.
That's pretty fun. I went back like pretty recently to old old Minecraft YouTubers, just to see what they were doing, and like I'm gonna be a real boomer here. I'm gonna be a real like, oh man, back in my day. But like, back in my day, they weren't pedophiles yet. There were so many like old Minecraft YouTubers that just became wacky.
Whoa.
Wait, okay, so you are here. All right,
Yeah.
sweet. I don't know what happened. I just heard radio silence.
Yeah, Discord just like chose to go to the loading thing, and then it just came back.
It's pretty
Well,
radical.
It said I have connection problems, but I just tested my connection and it's perfectly fine. Thanks, Wi-Fi.
So what's? I think you mentioned earlier that your medical problems made you want to change your major. What did it? What
No,
was it?
I had to.
Okay, so what was it?
Basically, it was from the doing paleontology and working out in the field to, which wasn't a major change because it's like, it was like a backup plan. Pretty much art was the backup plan.
Okay.
So I went from doing biology and stuff to just going, hey, I'll just do art.
All right.
It'll be fine.
And
so now I'm going to work as a creature designer and creature creator and illustrator for movies.
Oh, all right. So what are you hoping? Like, I imagine horror films because I've seen the kind of artwork that you do.
Oh yeah, I'd love to make these horrifying creatures for horror movies. I'd like to work on the aspect of where you sculpt them, almost. Like, you know how they make the huge sculptures of them, or they make the molds for the faces.
Yep.
Like masks. I wanted to try and work with that, to work with the 3D aspect and maybe the illustration aspect, but a lot of it is probably going to be digital.
Okay.
But I'd like to work on that.
How much do you like horror?
I absolutely love horror.
Well, what about it? What about it do you like?
I've never exactly found horror movies kind of like terrifying.
Okay.
The only movie, because a lot of the horror movies are kind of just like, now they're like cheesy, like, oh, I hear a noise, let's go investigate it, there's something in the basement, or something like that.
All right.
And no hate to it, but it's just kind of like the same old stuff that just kind of repeats itself in several different movies.
All right.
Okay, we get it. But there were very few horror movies that I actually enjoyed, mainly because it kind of kept you on your toes, and it kind of scared me. I don't want to say it's like scared, like petrified me, but it, like a jump scare moment almost. And that was the Insidious movies.
All right.
Those I actually enjoyed. I actually also the Conjuring movies I enjoyed, especially the new one coming out that I'm excited.
Okay. The Conjuring being like Annabelle.
Well, more or less, like, they're all kind of connected. Insidious is connected. The Conjuring is connected. The Nun's connected to them. They're just several different timelines.
Okay.
So, have you seen any of the Insidious movies or the Conjuring movies at all?
No, I despise horror.
Okay.
No,
Why do you hate horror?
So, I'm a comedian. I'm a funny man. I am like, horror is there to build up suspense.
Horror can be funny.
If it's funny and it's horror, it's not good horror.
Yeah, that's typically how it goes.
So like, horror builds up the suspense to make your skin crawl on your back. you want to feel uncomfortable. You want to feel the adrenaline rush. Movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or The Human Centipede or The Thing or I guess even the first, what was it,
So
Friday
like
the
the
13th?
classics almost. So like the classics almost.
Yeah, they all do an excellent job of making you incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's what horror is. It's an attempt to make you as uncomfortable as you can possibly be. Whether it be like scaring you shitless or making you so uncomfortable that you don't even want to eat.
Yeah.
And I can fake it. I can fake not being scared. I can fake, like, I have a phenomenal poker face. So I can, like, realistically, how is this match still going on? Realistically, if I had to, I could watch, like, the scariest horror movie and not pretend to not be creeped out the entire time. But on the inside, my heart's pounding
It's
and I'm
like,
scared.
woo.
Yeah. And that's kind of just like, that's how it is with all horror for me. Like, I saw messed with my head. Pretty much
Saw,
like,
yeah. Saw will do that.
yeah. Because they're meant to be gruesome. They're meant to be scary.
I will say one movie that, or a whole series of movies that I have a hard time watching is uh, Final Destination.
What is that?
Oh, you've never seen it?
Nope.
Or like any of them? Okay, so there is a crap ton of movies, and Final Destination is basically it's death is out to get um someone, and there's typically a group of people with said person, and death will go down the line, killing each and every one of them in a certain way until it gets to you. But if you avoid dying when it's your turn, it'll straight go to the next person and then it'll come back to you.
Okay.
So you can't really escape it forever. Um, you do eventually end up, like, even if they survive at the end of the movie, they end up dying somehow in the next.
Right.
So, the only reason why I have a hard time watching the Final Destination, because it's just all gore. And I have no issue with gore. Like, I can handle heavy gore, but there are certain scenes where it kind of just makes you go, ugh.
That's gross. Why would they make
It,
that?
like, it's like the pit in your stomach. Like, there's one scene where, and it's kind of like dying in like cheesy ways too. Like, it's kind of like it's super. I don't want to say supernatural ways, but it's like the way that everything plans out is almost, it's not like legitimate almost. Like, you knock over a knife or something, or you go to grab something and something falls on you, or you fall out of a window or something, and then this whole thing lands, or you go through a stump grinder. I don't know. But there was like a lot of scenes where I I can handle the heaviest gore, right? I can handle like somebody's intestines hanging out, somebody getting vivisected, or I've just eaten alive. I don't know. I can handle a lot of heavy gore, but the moment I see like somebody's arm or leg going away, it should not, or I see a bone come out, I'm gone. I've packed my bags. I've left the area.
Left the movie theater.
I I don't know why. I have such a hard time. Like, did you see the Ian McGregor fight?
I did not.
So he's straight up out.
What do you mean? Like he's dead?
No, he's not dead, but he went to go kick the dude's leg, and you just watch his, like, at a 90-degree angle, his leg just snapped.
Ouch.
And he stood up, but then he fell. You watched it fold in, and then he fell down, and I couldn't watch it. I could not watch it. I
Right.
remember the one day. So I'm pretty sure he's out. He's like out. I don't know. But I remember I was watching his soccer game with my dad. We were sitting in the living room, and I just watched one guy's leg was going like diagonal to down to kick the ball. Another guy's leg was coming diagonal, but it was coming on top of the guy who was going to kick the ball's leg. And I just watched it land on his leg, like towards like his shin,
Mm-hmm.
and I just watched it bend and curve, and I went, oh! I left. I went upstairs. I was like, I'm not watching this anymore. I can't. I just don't know why I have such a hard time just watching that, or even the sound. Just the sound, I can't do.
Okay.
This makes me want to curl up into a ball. Just
Fair
hide.
Fair enough. But so that's like I hate gore. I
Oh, you do?
I do. I can handle it, but I don't want to. So like Mortal Kombat, I don't play that game because it's so fucking gory. It
is very, very gory.
It just makes me uncomfortable. Like I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch some guy get his head chopped off. If I wanted to, I'd probably join a certain terrorist organization. But I don't like gore, which is another reason I don't watch horror. Because oh my goodness, I don't like it at all. And there's like something in our heads that like is why horror works. And it's something empathy. Like, we have empathy for other people, and we would hate to see ourselves in situations like that.
Yeah.
Well, some of us would love to, which is why horror is popular. But personally, I don't think I would like to get chased with a chainsaw. So, it's just like, you put yourself in the main character's situation. And some people would love the thrill to, like, be in a situation like that where they are being chased. Some people would love to like, oh yeah, man, I would just beat the guy up personally. I would beat up Jason. I could take Jason in a fight. Other people just are just like seeing people die in gruesome ways just to see like how your body would react. I know that one's a common one because people like they'll watch like B horror movies, like bad horror movies, just to see how they die. Which, fair enough, because you're not going to get scared by watching, like, some dude in a clown costume who was, like...
I love the B movies. They're so bad.
Oh, yeah. But, like, even those make me uncomfortable, so I don't watch them either.
Well, because they're also gory. But it's like the cheesy gory, almost.
Right.
What was there was, like, the monster ones that my dad would watch. Like, what was it? Sharktopus or something. There was Giant Anaconda. There was the Mega Piranhas. We had Sharknado wasn't really... Was Sharknado a B one?
It was an action film. I know that my
feel
dad
like they
tried
made,
to...
like a B one of it or something.
I know that I watched it when I was 8 with my dad.
My dad, when I was like 3, exposed me to South Park, and then he showed me Chucky, and my mom so she was like, "Why are you showing her that? It's inappropriate." My dad's like,
It's just a doll. That's all it is. It's just a doll.
with that word.
It's a cartoon for kids. That's what South Park is.
This is cartoon for kids.
Yeah. Everybody
Nice
knows
bird,
that.
Fred.
We got some fencing going on.
Sailor.
Who do you think's gonna win, red or blue?
I'm gonna go with blue. I'm gonna stick with blue.
You're gonna stick with blue? Okay, so far you're 1 for 1.
They haven't even.
No. So funny thing about this game, when they get like their weapons stuck like that, that's just how it is. They don't unstick. So it's entirely.
It's his technique.
Yeah, true.
He's winding it. He's charging it up.
He's gonna like spin around, do like a roundhouse stab. So
I
more
know
than
one game I want to play is Gang Beasts. I remember I would watch people play that, and I still haven't played it.
yeah, Gang Beasts would be fun.
It just looks so fun.
So what's gonna happen here is like red guy's gonna chase the blue guy all the way to the wall, and then they're gonna kill each other.
Are they moving? They haven't. Oh, they're slowly getting there.
Yeah, they're just like they were over there. Now they're over here. I'll tell you.
Eventually.
I'll tell you. So, I have like 300 games in my Steam library, and I am so bad with this. But like, I'll just buy stuff. I at least I used to. I don't do that anymore. But I'll just buy stuff that it's on sale, and like I'll tell myself I'm gonna play it. I bought Mini Ninjas like 2 years ago. It's one of the oldest games in my library. I have no idea how to. I have never downloaded it. So, yeah, Mini Ninjas is like the pinnacle of horror right there. Let me tell you. It's not. But I'm not going to tell you that. I will say, like, Predator could be classified. I would say Predator's kind of a horror film.
I mean,
Well,
I think Predator's considered to be like part of the slashers, but I mean, it's like a horror. I want to say like a
Horror action film.
Yeah, that's what I would kind of put that under.
Well, like, the reason that I don't think people would consider Predator to be horror is because the main character at the end of the fight is able to fight the Predator. Because in, like, most horrors, you don't... Jason doesn't, like, go up against, like, Mike Tyson and get his ass kicked. Even though, like, I could have sworn that there was a fight between Jason and some martial artist, but I don't know. So, like, people...
there's, like, the crack movies.
What do you mean?
The horror ones. Like, Scary Movie?
Yes. Oh, so the parodies?
Yeah, so, like, parodies almost. Like, crack versions.
Okay.
So there's like Scary Movie, which was with Ghostface, but it was just a parody of it.
All right.
But I don't know if I've seen one with Jason.
Okay, we're getting close to the end here. I think they could just like rotate 90 degrees and go all the way over there. Oh, Blue's getting ground. Oh, they're almost stabbing each other. They're almost. Yeah. This is like the equivalent to like elementary school when you picked up
now
two
they're
sticks.
Just like... I used to listen. Okay. I don't know if I've ever told you the story, but when I was little, I used to talk to sticks.
You're insane.
I know. Well, because I didn't have anybody to talk to, so I'd just go out in like the way back of my yard. And I would just
talk to sticks.
And it had to be specific. It had to be like willow tree branches.
Specifically willow tree. I won't talk to any other sticks but willow.
Any other tree, don't come. Don't even
talk to me.
Oak,
get out of here. Birch,
Oak,
here's
maple,
the hand.
Get the finger.
Spruce, get my bouncers. They'll take care of you.
This is straight up why I'm an introvert. Because I talk to sticks.
You talk to sticks.
I talk to sticks, and I didn't think human interaction was good.
All of your social interaction for the first 10 years of your life were sticks.
My dad would look out of the window, and I remember he told my mom, he was like, I think we need to send her somewhere, and I was just like, touch the stick. My mom's like, no, she's just imaginative, and my father's like staring at her like,
Oh my god, they are going to rotate 90 degrees. Oh, okay, we got to scrap, Who's going to win? Oh, Blue wins in a tremendous victory. We only went from halfway over there to... We went from all the way over here to over here.
Listen, I'm telling you, Blue, I got it down.
You do? Okay. All right.
I really need my nose spray.
Okay, so, let's see here. We got, who do I want to watch fight?
Do the dragon.
You want the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want the dragon. Oh, that's a crappy dragon.
Yeah, it's not an actual dragon. We're not going to do the dragon. We can do a super boxer.
Thor?
Okay, you want to do Thor?
There's Thor?
Yeah.
Look at this man.
He's ready to rumble.
Look at this man and his superiority.
He's going to throw him against like 10 boxers. See how he does.
Oh, he's got it down. Look at him.
Alright, so he's lost. let's see. Okay. So another fight I like to watch, aside from the teacher fight, is two jesters going at it. Because they just do flippy stuff. They just spin, and then like one finally kicks the other.
Telling you, blue.
I think that's like right in the throat. He got like that
It's
MMA
throw
kick.
And, throw and arm.
Like that, dude. He's packing. Look at that.
I don't want to look at that.
What? You don't want to look at Clay Dick?
No.
Uh.
Oh, my ferrets. I'm so sorry if you can hear.
Minotaurs are fun.
They
They just punch each other.
just straight up throw the.
Haymakers.
They just straight up throw their. The chokehold. Get 'em, buddy.
So these two fighting used to be a lot more fun back like earlier when these two were first announced, because like every single.
I love how they walk. They have like the
They got the like the little
the sassy. Look at them.
you got the strut.
They have the straight up strut.
Okay. So one Minotaur versus 25 midgets.
Oh yes, the halfling.
Who takes it? Actually, we're gonna go with 50. We're gonna go with 50.
I'm gonna go with halfling.
You're gonna go with blue?
Yeah, because the small people like to go for the shins. No! Get him! They go for the shins! I'm telling you, go for the shins! Look at them, they're going for the shins.
They are.
They're
They
going-
are.
They're going for the shins and they're going for his.
Not even out of
that.
choice. That's just how high they can reach.
It's an advantage point. Because now he has to swing down.
True. And like hitting an opponent below you is a lot more harder than hitting
He's
an opponent
just
behind.
got one. He's holding one by their arm.
Yeah, he's throwing him in timeout.
He's like, you see this? This is what happens to you. You wanted to. This is what happens. Oh my god.
Dude, what?
I made his
He tripped him. He literally tripped him because this was the last one alive. He just like whoop. Dude.
Oh my god. He's still holding the other one.
Oh yeah. Dude, this is like he'd be sunbathing right now.
Look at, he's got the pose. He's
He does.
Like, draw me like one of your French girls. Pose.
Let's see. Okay. So
There's a monkey king.
oh yeah. Yeah, they like duplicate.
Monkey king. Yo, like the ones in the. Oh, it's straight up like. Have you? What's that movie? There's straight up a movie that's.
Naruto. It's the Shadow clones.
It's the
They might have buffed the Monkey King, but normally he kind of sucks. Like when he first got released, he was able to take out an entire army. Now he has trouble with like any
He just straight
swords.
up nerfed him.
Yeah, let's see. Like how many axe guys does it take to screw in a light bulb? We'll start with 3.
Oh my god. Oh. He just straight up nay-nayed 2 of them.
Did you
Right
see
off the
Did you see
bat.
that stick play? Dude, that was like that one fat meme, like that fat guy meme of the. I think it was Star Wars, some Star Wars dude, where he was just spinning a microphone stand around rapidly. Yeah, so
I don't know that one.
that's fine.
I don't think I've seen it.
You don't need to. You just need to take my word for it.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Give me your money.
Give me your.
That's not a request. So this one's pretty cool. This one's my favorite one. Because he turns the enemies into weaker versions of themselves.
Oh, so just kind of like okay.
Yeah, so
Big
like
kid movie.
he might actually be able to like do that. I don't know. Because this guy's like really good for like crowd control. Because all he has to do is he just has to turn 1 and then he wins. He's pretty cool. I like it. Uh, let's see. Yeah, so now he has like his own little army, and they're just gonna like. Honestly, they're all probably just gonna die. I'll be honest.
Well, he's able to push him away.
Yeah. Like this unit's a lot of fun.
He's running.
And victory. So there's one more fun one. Let me just get like about that many. And this one's like one of the most fun ones in the game.
So sorry, my ferrets.
Bam.
What? Whoa, wait.
He just stuns him. Turns into Star Butterfly.
Wait.
He just kind of like freezes him in space.
Like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
He's
But
just like you're moving.
Mhm.
You are. You lost your privileges.
so this is Tabs, which is kind of the best. Actually, I don't even think it's kind of. It's just definitively the best game, like battle simulator game out there.
Yeah.
Because every unit has its own special thing, special ability. Every unit's truly different from each other, whether it being like different AIs or just different this or different that. This is one of my favorites. You might be able to. He actually should just be able to take care of all these guys, because in a second, bam.
Oh.
He's really
So
good.
they all just die.
Yeah, they're dead. Oh, now Tabs is really fun. It's a very fun game. I'm just kind of waiting until the next update comes out, though. Because, every update, there's, like, something new. There's, like, a new character, or, like, a whole new faction. So, like, all of these are all factions.
Yeah.
All of which consists of about that many units. Some of which have more, some have less. And then secret units, which are these guys. These are some of the fun ones. This present elf has a chance to spawn any unit in the game.
No.
Yeah, so sometimes, like, if you use that in campaign, you can literally just spawn, like, ice golems and stuff. Like, god tier units.
Straight up a horse.
Yeah, somebody's... yeah, we got a ninja master, we got a chieftain, a horse, and a paladin. And so it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. Let's see, what else? What other fun goodie bags do we have? Because we're almost nearing the end. It's almost at the hour mark. I just got a guy to pray to God that the audio just didn't get horrible.
You just go back and it's just like
Just,
nothing.
it's all just
It's
static.
like it's just static every now and then.
Alright, so this is the Shogun. He's just kind of a sword dude, but he has this ability. All those guys are dead.
Except for one, he lived.
Except for the legendary... Oh, never mind.
He just went no.
Just, you know what?
Get down.
You know what, buddy? You're dead. How about that?
You're
Then
not supposed to be standing.
Lady Red Jane is pretty cool. I don't think she wins here though.
This just like reminds me of like For Honor characters.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to put them.
Because there's a For Honor character that's very similar to like her, but it's not.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were based off the same game. Or the same, not the game, but person. This person fires bouncy balls. This is one of my own design. It's genius. When it works.
He's out of bouncy ball.
Yeah,
That
no,
just reminds
I
me
think...
of
Oh, okay, we got some action.
you gotta give him a minute.
Yeah, you just gotta, like... He needs to get ready.
There's straight up an SCP. It's SCP-018, and it's a bouncy ball that has killed like 5 or 6 people.
What?
It just when you bounce it, it constantly bounces at like, and it has so much velocity
Oh. Okay, so that was.
that it.
Do you know about like the DCAU, the DC animated series?
I think so.
Well, okay, so like there's Batman the animated series,
Yeah.
Justice League. So Toyman in that from the Superman animated series. Toyman, he actually that was the weapon that he was introduced in. A bouncy ball that wouldn't stop bouncing and it just kept getting faster and faster.
Yeah, that's straight up the SCP. That's literally, and it's killed like 5 or 6 people because it can't stop bouncing.
It
I
can't
just
stop
thought it was
winning.
funny, and I'm like, it's just straight up a bounce containment.
You know, I think the sniper has lost this one. So, well, if it can shoot correctly, it has a chance. But I think he's just lost.
He's trying.
So what are your thoughts on the game?
It's pretty cool.
Oh.
It's like some. It's like
He's camping. He's camping. This guy's already celebrating.
he can't. He's just got.
Dude.
I'd be surprised. I'd laugh if he lived because he's just straight up stuck in this. Look at him.
I think he might actually win here.
He knows what's up.
Oh, they're coming around. These guys know what's up. These guys are in a fraternity in college.
No, I don't like how this looks.
I think the sniper's lost. He
He's
lost
gonna
his
shoot
camping.
himself out.
Yep. Okay.
Oh no.
Let's see. I know these guys do things. That was fun. What does this guy do? Oh yeah, he does a
Is this
thing.
just straight up a plague doctor?
Yeah, plague doctor, but he fires missiles. So assuming he can fire before, okay.
He killed himself.
Yeah. But it's not about winning. It's about sending a message, don't you know?
Sending a message.
I don't remember what this character does. Because these are like the characters that I made. So. Oh yeah, I combined 2 different units' abilities and then put a maid apron on it.
Also, you can make characters. That's cool.
Yeah. It's the editor's not the best, but it's not the worst. This one, so one of the units showed earlier is a gunslinger, and yeah, I just gave like an angel the gunslinger guns, and so it's a really powerful unit, and it cannot be stopped. The homeless homie, and then this dude. So the homeless homie, that guy, this guy, so he fires, and if he shoots you, there's an ability in this game that makes like characters love each other. So that's literally just what this character does. Oh yeah, one of them's a bomb, the other one's a love arrow.
Oh. Oh my god, I hate it.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the love?
Get the whole
Oh, he's dead.
He just got bonked.
They're just hopping on each other.
Don't you just love it when your friend and
Shotgun Gary, he has a shotgun.
he's shaking.
He doesn't know what to do next.
He has either adrenaline or Parkinson's.
Or both.
Or
He has hand tremors.
No, it's okay.
Alright, well, he's just gonna be walking backwards. Now, to end off this entire charade, we're gonna do this one first, and then we're gonna end it. So in the meantime, Kylie, is there anything else you want to say? Anything else? Any closing thoughts? Any closing remarks? Any shout-outs? Anything at all?
Any shout-outs?
Yeah, you want to shout out, like, some account on Instagram?
I should shout out my Instagram.
You could. That's only if you want strangers on the internet to know who you are, though.
Well, I mean, shout out to. Here, I'll give a shout out to my ferrets who legit wouldn't be quiet
The entire time.
the entire time. My one ferret likes to dig in a corner,
Throw them.
and she just won't stop, and I don't know how to get her to stop doing it.
Take her out of the corner.
Just get out. Get out!
All right. So this is the final fight.
Okay,
Who do you think's gonna win, red or blue?
I'm gonna go with blue.
You're gonna go with blue.
I'm gonna go with blue.
All right. So
Keep
let's.
it simple. Oh, it's just straight up unboxing that. Oh no. I was about to joke around and say it's you versus Mark.
No, that one didn't have as poor frame rate as this
I-
one does.
Oh my god. It's just a meatball.
It's just
The frame rate. Where you have like 1 FPS.
literally.
It's just 1 frame rate.
It's just one of those cartoon fights where, like, instead of like actually animated something, it's just a giant cloud of smoke.
It's just a cloud with a hand every now and then.
Yeah, with a hand and a mallet. So, anyways, everyone, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure as always, and thank you for coming on, Kylie. I can only
No
pray to
problem.
the heavenly Buddha that the audio is not super fucking scuffed. I can only pray.
Just watch.
Yep.
There'll be a surprise for you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's everything, everyone. Thank you for watching, and have a phenomenal evening. Say goodnight, Kylie.
Good night.
It's fucking 3 in the afternoon, you idiot.